Okay, so here's our first problem for section 11.3. Number one, um, in your readings, you should have realized that doesn't have an x squared piece, so we need to put a placeholder in there. So I'm going to rewrite this as x cubed plus 0x squared. Well, that's 0, but it gives us a placeholder. Minus 11x plus 6. We're going to divide that by x minus 3. So the first thing we want to do is look at what times x is x cubed. Well, that's x squared. So x squared times this is x cubed minus 3x squared. So in long division, all we're doing is subtracting. X cubed minus x cubed is 0. 0 minus a negative, that's a positive, so that's 3x squared. And then we just bring down our next term, minus 11x. And now how many times does x go into 3x? Well, it goes in there a positive 3x times. Then we're going to multiply and change colors. This 3x times this over here, that gives me 3x squared minus 9x. Continue to subtract. These cancel out just like they did up here. And this is negative 11 minus a negative 9, which is the same as negative 11 plus 9, which is negative 2x. And we bring down our last term, plus 6. Well, how many times does x go into negative 2x? Well, negative 2 times, so minus 2. That gives me negative 2x. And negative 2 times negative 3 is positive 6. So I subtract again, changing colors. And 2 minus a negative, that's the same as saying a positive, so that's 0. 6 minus 6 is 0. So my answer is right here. X squared plus 3x minus 2, which is answer choice C. Okay, number 2, there's another missing piece here. We got a x squared, so we're going to rewrite this as negative 10x cubed plus 0x squared plus 30x minus 20. All of that divided by negative 5x plus 5. So first piece is how many, what do we have to do to negative 5x to go into 10x? Well, it goes in there 2x times 2x squared times, sorry, because 2x squared times negative 5x is negative 10x cubed, and 2x squared times 5 is plus 10x squared. And of course we just do our long division. So we're subtracting negative 10x cubed minus negative 10x cubed. Same positive, so that becomes 0, so that goes away. And we have 0 minus 10x is negative 10x squared. Bring down our next term is plus 30x. So our next step is, how many times does this go into this over here? Negative 10x squared, and that's, well, plus 2x. Because 2x times negative 10x, or negative 5x over here, 2x times negative 5x is negative 10x squared. And then negative, or 2x times 5 is plus 10x. Continue to do our subtraction. A different color. Subtraction. Negative minus negative, well that's 0, so that cancels out again. 30 minus 10 is 20x. Bring down our last term, minus 20. So now how many times does negative 5x go into 20? Well, it's negative 4 times, because negative 4 times negative 5 is 20x. And then negative 4 times positive 5 is negative 20. So when we subtract these, 20 minus 20 is 0. Negative 20 minus a negative, same positive, is 0. So my answer is 2x squared plus 2x minus 4. And that's answer choice D.